Hi everyone, this is Sally. Just wanted to jump on here today and talk to you about communication with your adult child. And so that is a question I get probably most frequently, other than boundaries. Like, communication is huge. And there's a few simple tips, and I know I have integrated some of these in throughout some other videos here and there, but just wanted to talk to you about this straight on about communication. So for those of you that are new to this channel, my name is Sally Harris, and I am a mom who has walked your road. And so if you're watching this video, obviously it's because you are walking that right now or know someone who is. And so I just want to talk to you about this. I do feel that as moms, we tend to overstep our boundaries sometimes. At the same time, some of us have certain adult children that are disrespectful. So when you have those two combinations going back and forth, it makes it difficult, right? So number one, I want you to remember is that you do not get to make decisions for your adult child. They may be making the worst decisions that you could have ever dreamt of for them, or they may be making parenting decisions you don't agree with. It could be a huge issue, it could be a small issue. Regardless of the issue, you don't get to decide that for them anymore. And as a mom, that is super duper hard because, like I said, we raise these kids. That's our full-time job in some cases, but it is like the most important job we've ever had, is what goes on in our four walls, right? Raising them to the best of our ability with our flaws and all. And it's difficult when you see them making mistakes that you just want to be like, wake up, like, why are you doing this? And I want you to think back to your own life while you were growing up. And I can pretty much promise you that all of the different events in your life where you have learned the most, where you have grown the most, they were not pretty situations, right? That's why I'm here today, is I did walk a road of 10 years, with my daughter. And while she was making her choices, the problem is I made really poor choices for myself. And so all of that to say, you don't get to make these choices, right? And so how do you handle that? Also, or I would say number two, basically, is to not give the advice. And I can pretty much be positive that I tell every single mom that. And I'm pretty sure every single one of them needed to hear it, because I still take that advice for myself. We don't get to give advice. If your adult son or daughter is talking to you and they're venting, and you could say, hey, do you want me to just listen, or did you want my advice? Sometimes we just need an ear, right? And that's the same with our kids. Whether if they say, yeah, I do want your advice, Mom. Well, yeah, of course I do. Then feel free to give it, right? Respectfully. But if they say, no, I just want you to listen, you really need to respect that. Now, remind you, what I'm saying here is your responsibility as a mom. I can't guarantee their response, right? So when we talk about communication, all you can control is you. You don't know what's coming at you on the other side. So these tips are good for you, right? This is how you react when the conversation is respectful. If it's not respectful, that's a whole nother story. And then number three is think before you talk. So really think about, and these are common sense, right? But we forget. And so think before you ask questions. Think about how you're going to phrase the question. I know firsthand, how texting is, and that's how they usually want to communicate. It's difficult. It's very difficult because it can be taken wrong. It can be taken as you're being short because maybe you're not writing in complete sentences or whatever. But social media makes it difficult versus talking on the phone. And nowadays, most kids don't want to talk on the phone much. So think about that. Really, I'm not saying you have to sit down and create a plan for everything you're going to say to them. But really give it some thought before you just blurt it out. And lastly, if they're married, and they have kids or whatnot, or even if they're just married, don't talk about their spouse. Whether you like him or her or not, it really doesn't matter. I've counseled enough moms, coached enough moms to know that when they make that mistake, it devastates the whole family because it will come back to bite you. And, it's really one of those things where you need to vent about a situation like that to someone else. That's where you talk to your spouse or you talk to a friend, but don't go to your your adult son or daughter to talk about their spouse. So will not benefit you at all. So I hope that helps. Just keep these communication tips handy, especially now with the holidays around the corner, in case you are with family. Holidays can be difficult for many. And if you are in the same room and having conversations with family members, just keep these in mind. I hope that they will help. So I will talk to you soon. And if you are interested in group or one-on-one coaching, or just to set up a time to talk, let's talk about your situation, I can let you know how I can help. You can click the link below and we can set up a time to chat. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.